Hey guys, Smasher here. Welcome back to yet another video on the channel. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a complete tour of my manga collection. This is the third video that I've done in showcasing my manga collection, and I've been doing it for 2 years now, which is pretty crazy to think about it. So, if you guys haven't checked out my first 2 manga collection videos, I will leave those down below in the description so you guys can go check them out. Now, a lot of people are wondering, well, how many volumes of manga do you have in your collection now? In the first video, I had over 350 volumes. In the second one, I had over 500 volumes. And since then, my manga collection has grown to over 650 volumes. That is absolutely insane. So, in this video, I'm going to be showcasing it to you guys today. So if you're going to enjoy this video, then hit the like button down below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and also turn on those post notifications so then you'll never miss a video upload from me. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the collection. Alright everyone, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I have volumes 1 through 10 of 20th Century Boys in the singles. I randomly found these volumes at Half Price Books and I decided to pick them up, and I will be collecting the rest of them in the near future. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 7 of Assassination Classroom. This is a great series. It's about a group of students trying to murder their teacher at the end of the year, and if they don't, the teacher is going to destroy the world. It's a great series with great characters, and it has one of the best endings in anime and manga. I would definitely recommend it to you guys. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 10 of Black Clover. I think that this is a great series. It's pretty much like Harry Potter with a little bit of Naruto in it. It's about Asta, who can't use any magic, and his main goal is to become the Wizard King. I think that this series is great. It has great characters, it has a great power system, and it's just a fun read overall. Next up, we have volume 1 of Bleach in the 20th anniversary edition. This volume came out in 2021 to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Bleach, and I am so glad that I picked this volume up because I don't think that you can get it regularly anymore, which is kind of great. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 17 of Chainsaw Man. This is up to date. Chainsaw Man is great. I thought that the anime was absolutely incredible. Even though I don't think part 2 is as good as part 1, I would still recommend that you read Chainsaw Man because it is still a good series. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 10 of Dandadan. This is up to date. The Dandadan anime recently finished, and I must say, it was a really great anime, and after episode 2, I decided to binge read all of the manga, and the manga was an absolute treat to read. I think that the characters are great. The art from Yukinobu Tatsu is absolutely incredible, especially later on in the series, so if you like Dandadan, especially the anime, I would definitely recommend you check out the manga. Next up, we have the first Vizbig of the original Dragon Ball. I'm probably going to get rid of this volume because I haven't collected the rest of the Vizbigs, and I believe that there are 5 of them out right now, so I'm probably just going to get rid of this one, maybe later on in the future. Then we have all 9 Vizbigs of Dragon Ball Z. This will forever be my favorite anime of all time. It's never going to go anywhere. Rest in peace to the late great Akira Toriyama. He passed away earlier in 2024, and he left on one of the most iconic animes of all time. Dragon Ball is great. I mean, it's Dragon Ball. Everybody knows it by now. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 22 of Dragon Ball Super. This is up to date. And then right up there, I also have volumes 16 and 17 of Super in Japanese. Dragon Ball fans did get a lot of content last year, especially with the release of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Dragon Ball Daima's anime aired last year, and it's been doing really well, but I am patiently waiting for Super's manga to come back. It is supposed to be coming back sometime this year. I think there's going to be some content coming out later this month, but who knows? So even though I don't think Super is as good as Dragon Ball Z, I would still recommend you give it a shot. Alright, next up we have my favorite new gen of all time. We have the Byakuya reboot and volumes 1 through 26 of Dr. Stone. This is up to date. And then right up there, I also have volumes 25 and 26 of Dr. Stone in Japanese. The reason why I say Dr. Stone is my favorite new gen is because of how unique the plot is. Basically, one day, the world gets turned to stone and the main character Senku wakes up and wants to rebuild civilization with the power of science. The plot is absolutely incredible, the characters are great, the world building is great, and season 4 of the anime just started airing, so if you are into science and if you're into post-apocalyptic stuff, check out Dr. Stone. It is an amazing series. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 4 of The Elusive Samurai. This is made by the same creator who did Assassination Classroom, so if any of you guys have read The Elusive Samurai, let me know how it is down below in the comment section. Then we have 3 Full Metal editions of Full Metal Alchemist. I really want to collect the rest of this series soon, but I am starting to run out of room in my manga collection, so it's probably going to be on pause for a little while until I get more shelves. Same thing goes with Volume 1 of Goodnight Pun Pun. Like with the Full Metal editions, I do want to collect the rest of the series later on in the future, but I don't have enough room, so it's going to be on pause for a little while. Next up, we have Volume 0 all the way through 24 of Jujutsu Kaisen. This is up to date. And then right up there, we have Volume 1 of JoJo Lands in Japanese, Volume 21 of JJK in Japanese, and Volume 11 of Steel Ball Run in Japanese. Jujutsu Kaisen is the most popular anime out right now. Everybody knows about Jujutsu Kaisen. The manga came to its conclusion earlier last year, and I thought that the ending wasn't really the greatest, but there have been worse endings to have come out of manga, so the ending wasn't the greatest, but it definitely wasn't the worst ending. But even with that ending, I still think Jujutsu Kaisen is a great series. I would definitely recommend it to you guys. Next up, we have Volume 1 of Kagurabachi. A couple of years ago when this manga came out, everybody was glazing it. Everybody was talking about how this is going to be the face of Shonen Jump, and it's actually really popular right now. I believe the anime is going to be coming very, very soon. I personally haven't read Kagurabachi, so if any of you guys have read it, let me know how it is in the comment section. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 11 of Kaiju number 8. This is up to date. If you are into stuff like Godzilla and Kong, this series is for you because it has a lot of kaiju battles, and I think you're going to get a kick out of this series. Next up, we have volumes 1 all the way through 18 of Mashle, Magic, and Muscles. The series is completed. I think Mashle is a great series. It's pretty much a mix of Harry Potter and One Punch Man into one, and it's great. It's pretty much about Mash, who doesn't have any magic, and he goes to attend a magic academy to become a divine visionary, pretty much the top of his class. So if you're into Harry Potter and if you're into One Punch Man, check out Mashle. It is a great series. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 9 of Monster by Naoki Urasawa. I still haven't gotten to read this series yet, but I do plan on reading this series sometime this year. And from what I read of volume 1, I think Monster is really good. So if you're into psychological thrillers and if you're into a series that's going to take some dark turns, definitely check out Monster. It is a great series. Alright, so next up we have volumes 1 all the way to 39 of My Hero Academia. This is up to date, and as you saw over there, I also have volume 35 of MHA in Japanese. Just like with Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero's manga came to its conclusion earlier last year, and it's one of the most popular animes and mangas of all time. My Hero Academia brought so many new fans into the anime and the manga community, and it's one of the most beloved animes of all time. And to me, I think My Hero Academia is a really great series. So even if you're not the biggest fan of My Hero Academia, you should give it its flowers because it's brought so many people into the anime community. Alright, so next up, we're going to be going over the big three. First of all, I have all of Naruto volumes 1 through 72. Everything in the big three is in their box sets because I don't have enough space to put them on the shelves. Then we have the first box set of Bleach up here, and then if we go down here, I have box set 2 and box set 3 of Bleach, so I have all of Bleach in my collection. Then if we go over here, I have the current 4 One Piece box sets, and then if you take a little walk over here, I also have volumes 91 through 107 of One Piece. So in terms of the big three, I have all of Naruto, all of One Piece, and all of Bleach currently in my collection. And then over here, I have this random volume 6 of Naruto, and the reason why I have this random volume 6 of Naruto is because it's a first print, and I thought it was pretty cool. So that's all of the big three in my collection. Alright, so next up we have volumes 1 through 17 of One Punch Man. I think One Punch Man is a great series. The art by Yusuke Murata is absolutely mesmerizing to look at when you're reading the manga. I think that the characters are great. I think that the action is great. Overall, I think One Punch Man is just a great series. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 5 of The Promised Neverland. I would definitely recommend that you guys read the manga because I've read the manga and the manga is actually not too bad. In terms of the anime, watch the first season. The first season of The Promised Neverland is an absolute masterpiece, but stay away from the second season because season 2 of The Promised Neverland is an absolute dumpster fire. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 14 of Rurouni Kenshin. I was able to find these volumes over at Half Price Books, and I had to pick them up because the singles of Rurouni Kenshin are really hard to come across. Even though I don't like the creator of Rurouni Kenshin, it's Rurouni Kenshin. It's one of the most iconic mangas of the 90s. It's a great action manga. It's a great romance manga. Rurouni Kenshin is just great. Despite what you think of the creator, Rurouni Kenshin is just really good. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 15 of Sakamoto Days. This is up to date. Sakamoto Days is an incredible series. The anime actually just started airing not too long ago, and I think that the anime is great, but Sakamoto Days is a great read. The art by Yuto Suzuki is absolutely incredible. The characters are great. The action is great. Overall, Sakamoto Days is just a great series in general. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 11 of Shaman King. Just like with my Rurouni Kenshin volumes, I found these at Half Price Books, and I decided to pick them up because these volumes of Shaman King are in the Shonen Jump prints, and the Shonen Jump prints of Shaman King are extremely hard to come across because Kodansha currently owns the rights to Shaman King, and the Shonen Jump versions are out of print, and the only way that you can find these volumes are Facebook Marketplace, eBay, or going to Half Price Books, or just a book retailer near you. But from what I've heard, Shaman King is a great series. I haven't personally read it yet, but if you guys have read Shaman King, let me know how it is down below in the comment section. Next up, we have volumes 1 through 31 of Slam Dunk. This is completed. This used to be my favorite manga of all time, but I have a new favorite, and I'll talk about it here in a second. In my opinion, I think Slam Dunk is the greatest sports manga of all time. I don't think that there is any debate. The characters are great. There's a little bit of comedy into it. The moments get you off of your feet. And in my opinion, I think Slam Dunk has one of the best endings in manga ever. If you're into basketball, I would definitely recommend you check out Slam Dunk. It is a great series. Next up, we have volume 1 of Spy Family. I randomly decided to pick this volume up because at the time, Spy Family was a really popular series, and the hype for it has died down a lot, so I really haven't read Spy Family, so I'm probably not going to collect any more in the near future. Next up, we have Vizbig's 1 through 12 of Vagabond. This is completed, and then right down there, I also have volume 37 of Vagabond. This has dethroned Slam Dunk to become my favorite manga of all time. I read this series earlier last year, and I think that Vagabond is absolutely peak. The characters are great, the art is great, everything about Vagabond is great. It is by Takehiko Inoue, the same mangaka who did the masterpiece that is Slam Dunk, so if you're into samurai and if you're into like the old school stuff, then I would definitely recommend you check out Vagabond. If we go over here on the far right, I have a Dragon Ball history book. Since you guys know, Dragon Ball is my favorite anime of all time, and I just had to pick this up because this is really cool. And then down there, I have 10 issues of the Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. Whenever I go over to Kinokuniya, I have to pick up a Weekly Shonen Jump magazine because it is really interesting to look at. And in my personal opinion, I think that the Weekly Shonen Jump magazines are the coolest part in my collection. And last but certainly not least, I have all 14 volumes of Berserk in the deluxe editions. I read Berserk earlier last year, and it is my second favorite manga of all time behind Vagabond. Berserk is one of the most iconic mangas of all time. It's an absolutely incredible series. The characters are really good. The art by Kentaro Miura is absolutely impeccable. And just reading through Berserk was absolutely amazing. So if you guys are into dark fantasy and if you guys are into a little bit of gore in that sense of a way, I would definitely recommend you check out Berserk. It is an absolutely amazing series. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Over 650 volumes of manga that I showcased to you guys. I'm pretty much going to be doing this as a yearly thing, so the next time I'll be showcasing you guys my manga collection will be in early 2026. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so then you'll never miss a video upload from me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!